My mother told everyone I was infertile to explain why I wasn't having kids. So I announced my pregnancy at her birthday party. So Marcus and I had been together for almost 4 years when we moved into our first house together last February. My mom, Patricia, had been relentless about wanting grandchildren since basically our second date. Every single visit ended with her showing us Pinterest boards of nursery ideas. It got so bad that Marcus started making excuses to skip family dinners. Then, around April, she just completely stopped. No more baby talk, no more hints about biological clocks, nothing. I actually thought she'd finally respected our boundaries for once in her life. I was so wrong. It started when my coworker, who's friends with my Aunt Carol on Facebook, asked me how I was handling everything during our lunch break in May. I had no idea what she was talking about. She got this horrified look on her face and showed me her phone. My mom had posted in a private family group about how heartbroken she was that I'd been diagnosed with PCOS and basically couldn't have children naturally. She asked for prayers for me during this difficult time. There were 47 comments, 47 people feeling sorry for me about a medical condition I didn't have. I screenshotted everything and immediately called my mom. She didn't even apologize. She said I was being dramatic and that she only told people because they kept asking why I wasn't pregnant yet. According to her, saying I was infertile was easier than explaining that you're being selfish. Those were her actual words. I hung up on her. Here's the thing though. Marcus and I had actually been trying since March. We just weren't telling anyone because we wanted it to be ours for a while. My mom's lie made every family interaction torture. My Aunt Carol sent me information about adoption agencies. My cousin Sarah kept sharing IVF success stories. My sister Jennifer, who has 2 kids, stopped posting photos of them around me because she thought it would make me sad. And in June, I got a positive test. 6 weeks pregnant, due date in February. Marcus was literally crying happy tears, and I was planning the most satisfying moment of my entire life. My mom's 60th birthday party was in 3 weeks. The venue held 80 people. Perfect. The party was at this Italian restaurant she'd been bragging about for months. She'd rented out the entire back room, wore this emerald green dress with matching heels, and had a photographer there to capture everything. She kept talking about how this was her milestone birthday and how she wanted it to be perfect. When they brought out the cake and everyone gathered around, I asked the photographer if he was recording. He said, yes. I picked up the microphone they'd been using for toasts. I started by saying how my mom always taught me that family comes first and honesty is everything. People were smiling, holding up their wine glasses. And I said, so I know she's going to be absolutely thrilled to hear that Marcus and I are expecting our first baby in February. We found out a few weeks ago. I paused and looked directly at her. I wanted to announce it here, in front of everyone who's been so supportive during my supposed infertility struggle. Turns out there was never anything wrong with me after all. Isn't that amazing? You could hear a pin drop. My mom's face went from spray tanned bronze to gray. The wine glass in her hand was shaking. My Aunt Carol literally gasped, "What?" out loud. The photographer was still recording, getting every second of my mom's humiliation. My mom tried to stammer something about a misunderstanding, but my cousin Sarah cut her off saying, "Wait, Patricia, you said she'd been diagnosed. You asked us all to pray for her." Other people started murmuring, putting the pieces together. My mom set down her glass, grabbed her purse, and actually left her own birthday party. Just walked straight out. The rest of the night was incredibly awkward with people congratulating me while asking what just happened. The photographer sent me all the footage. You can see the exact moment she realizes she's been caught.